is greener on the other side. That's what I thought before.
Good day, viewers. Welcome to our program today, Environmental Watch. I'm by name Reynat Bashir, and here with me is
Opok Clement Stephen.
And today we'll be discussing about environmental hazard, which has been affecting our community and the society at large. But before we go into the details, let's take a short break.
There's something I need to tell you. This relationship isn't working. It isn't good for me. I'm breaking up with you.
It's not me, it's you. I became dependent on you. And you were always there for me, even when I was at my worst.
But I didn't realize the damage you were doing.
You created a toxic environment. Not just for me, but others too. You were suffocating me.
We're just no longer compatible. Also, there's one more thing. I met someone else.
I'm respected in public. I'm making friends. I feel like I can breathe again.
That's how I deserve to be treated.
我们之间结束了。
तुम फिर से कभी नहीं मुझे दुख दोगे।
Ni siquiera te necesito.
Parce que j'ai une autre option.
And it's a healthy relationship.
Welcome, viewers. If you are just tuning in, our topic for today's program is environmental hazards. And with us on the studio is an environmental specialist. Sir, can we meet you?
Yeah, my name is Town Planner Dr. Sunday Koga Jebarde of the Federal Polytechnic, Bida.
Welcome, sir.
You're welcome.
So we would like to talk about environmental challenge, which has been affecting the community and the society at large. So we would like to ask you, what are the state's problem or poor waste management in the country?
Welcome, thank you very much. Environmental problems are so many with us in our societies. One of the major issues in environmentally is the issue of solid waste management and disposal. Solid waste has been a great problem to both urban and rural areas, and particularly urban centers in Nigeria as well as in the African context. It is a problem because it, to a large extent, had affected our management ability to cope with the problem. And there are myriads of such problems. But the one we are going to be talking about is the issue of solid waste management as a problem to urban areas.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. Sir, we would like to ask, what are the effects of this poor state of management that we encounter, owing to the fact that there are a lot of plastics, leathers littered all over the environment? What are the effects to humans?
All right, thank you very much, presenters. Let me first and foremost categorize this waste. On the broad categories, we have the solid waste, we have the liquid waste, and we have the gaseous waste. All these together affect our environment negatively. For the solid waste, we have the domestic waste, We also have the industrial and institutional waste. Most of the waste generated for the homes are called domestic waste, and they form more than 70% of our waste in the urban areas. Now, among those wastes include nylon bags, waste foods, waste papers, and all that. For the institutional, is mostly waste papers, waste inks, and other equipment that are not in use. So all these are thrown daily. So we have observed that averagely every family produce 5 kilograms, at least 5 kilograms of domestic waste per day, which I have already told you include nylon and papers and all that. So if not properly disposed, constitute nuisance to both the urban setting and even the rural areas. Some of the waste are they call it non-biodegradable waste because they don't degrade. With time, they will still remain as they are, like nylon. But there are they call them biodegradable waste. They include food items. Those ones can decompose and can be used as manure. But for the nylon, they cannot be degradable, so they become a waste for us. Then in the area of liquid waste, mostly generated by industries, and they constitute nuisance, particularly to the hydrosphere, where we have the streams and the rivers and all that. So they flow into this and kill aquatic life. And then for the gaseous waste, they are produced mostly by homes through smokes and then
Thank you very much, sir. Record has it that there is about 33 regulations that is guiding environmental issues. Sir, can you tell us how these regulations can be made effective so as for people to abide to all of those regulations?
Okay, thank you very much. There are particularly more than the 33 you have mentioned, but they are all institutional arrangements put in place through policies to ensure that our environment is safe. We cannot but even talk of this World Council on Environment and Development, which took place in Rio de Janeiro in 1992, where they brought out issues or regulations to guide the conduct of both humans, and of course industries in the emissions which they produce within the environment. We have them, we call them environmental laws in Nigeria. Now, environmental laws is like a guiding principles on how to use your resources, how to dispose them so that they do not affect our environment negatively. Some of them, we call them, there is a particular way which we check. They call it environmental impact assessment. It's been introduced, it's a law itself. It's been introduced to be able to checkmate the activities of producers as well as developers in the area of environmental pollution. So all these laws, if they are properly checked, if they are properly used, they may likely help in the control of emissions and disposal of waste in our environment to reduce the effects.
Okay, thank you, sir. Viewers, for you to understand what we've been talking about since, we would like to show you some clips about environmental waste in Bida.
Welcome back, viewers. From what you have watched, you would agree with me that there are no proper framework for these waste products to be disposed properly. Sir, considering what we have watched on the clips, what are the measures that are put in place to ensure that these waste products are disposed properly?
Thank you very much, presenters. Of course, like I said before, they have effects on humans. For the proper disposal of this waste, people will have to be educated on the dangers this waste poses to people, to our health, to our economy, to our very existence. When people are aware, they could try to properly dispose their waste. And then the government also have a big role, right from the local government to the state. They have roles in ensuring that our waste are properly disposed. Actually, it is even contained in the role and constitution of the local government. It is their responsibility. Waste disposal is a responsibility under local government. So the works department or the sanitation department in the local governments are saddled with this responsibility to ensure that waste are properly managed, disposed and managed. However, in Niger State, we have Niger State Environmental Protection Agency, which we call it NASEPA. If you check around, they have been going around picking up all this waste at the disposal sites. But one of the major problems is even the domestic waste. A lot of them throw them haphazardly. So if first and foremost this waste can be collected in a designated places, then it will make it easier for NASEPA to be able to pick up this to the designated waste disposal sites. And then again, there is what we call sorting. Sorting is a process within the collection chain where this waste are sorted out into different grades. This enables what is happening now as a new paradigm that waste can be recycled, which ultimately helps. In the recycling, you sort them out into iron, into nylon and all that. So with this, they can be handled. When wastes are recycled, they become productive.
We all believe that government alone can't do this work alone. So I believe that the effect of environmental challenge starts from an individual. What advice can you give to people at home?
Thank you very much. This is a very intelligent question. Like I said earlier on, waste generation comes first from our homes, and each one of us is a member of a home. So we must first be conscious that these solid waste and other waste are not sometimes beneficial to us. Then we must learn to inculcate the habit of properly disposing our waste from the homes. If that happens, there is an adage by the World Health Organization. It said, think globally and act locally.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr. Sunday Bade, for your contributions and your enlightenment towards environmental hazard. Viewers, you have listened to the environmental expert, Dr. Sunday, and he has made us to understand that we must, without any reservation, ensure that our environment are kept clean and safe so as for our health to be improved. We, on this note, thank everyone who have listened to us on this program, and as it is, we bring to a close the program, which the topic was on environmental hazard. I am Opok Clement Stephen, and my co-presenter
Bashir Reina Ziabo. Thank you all. We believe that we'll see you next time, same station, same time. Thank you.
Grass is greener on the other side. That's what I thought before I took the ride. I burned my bridges so I'd never look back.